Mac Jones woke up $400,000 richer this morning. Maybe that's why he was in such a good mood at his locker. I was talking to him, mentioned to him that Lombardi herself was an Auburn alum, but she still likes Mac Jones even though he went to Alabama. Why is he $400K richer? Well, incentives, $100,000 per game, per win for Mac Jones, where he takes at least 25% of the 49ers snaps, and after 4, it vests. So it has vested. 4 wins for Mac Jones, $400,000 into his bank account. Now every subsequent win is going to be $100,000 extra for Mac, and I think he deserves it. The man has quite literally saved the 49ers season, because if they didn't have this level of QB2 play, they would not be 5-2 right now. We'll see if Brock Purdy is back next week. The toe injury is obviously very tricky. I'm going to make a video based on Kyle Shanahan's press conference in a few hours. It's going to be a big live, so hopefully you guys can tune in for that. But I figured that since we're going to be focusing on Purdy a little bit later, we need to focus on Mac right now. From Washington Square, you can take a look at St. Peter and Paul's Church. That Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe took their wedding pictures in front of that church. They're both divorced though, so they weren't allowed to actually get married in the church. That happened at San Francisco City Hall. There's the San Francisco Italian Athletic Club, and as Lombardi herself, who's having a good time here in the sunshine in San Francisco, pans around, you could see the rest of North Beach. We talk about a 49ers quarterback who threw for only 154 yards last night, but was really up for the job the 49ers needed him to execute. That was a 49ers box score. 39 rushes, 26 passes. They controlled the game on the ground, and the quarterback delivered the money situations that he needed to enable the 49ers to keep the line moving on the ground. Christian McCaffrey said it best after the game. It takes the whole team to run the football. I mean, it even takes the defense. The defense can't completely fall off a cliff because you'd be behind by a lot and then you couldn't run the football. It also takes the quarterback throwing the ball to set you up to run. Case in point, the big touchdown that the 49ers scored where Christian McCaffrey pushed everybody into the end zone, and maybe Connor Colby helped pull him into the end zone as well. Mac Jones set that up with a 3rd and 13 strike to Christian McCaffrey. The 49ers were 9 of 15 on 3rd downs. So Mac is not a world beater. He's not the fastest guy in the world, although he was moving a lot better yesterday. When I did talk to him, he said, I felt so much better this week. You know, I said Forrest Gump ran for that 8-yard gain. He got away from the Atlanta defense in a way that I don't think he would have gotten away from them in weeks prior. So I do think that physically he was in a much better spot. Still had the knee brace on yesterday for the 49ers, and he did say that he slammed his knee, and those are the ones that hurt the most. But he was able to get through it while maintaining the type of mobility that did give the 49ers that play extendability that made those 3rd downs so effective. And then there was that 3rd and 13 to McCaffrey, which was the embodiment of it takes the whole team to run the ball, because just a couple plays later, maybe even the very next play, Christian was able to bowl in from 3 yards out in a play that was evocative of 2017 at the Coliseum, where the 49ers pushed the entire pile 10 yards. 2021, Soldier Field in Chicago, same type of thing. 49ers pushed an entire pile in 5+ yards to score a big touchdown against the Bears. Well, here against the Falcons, that run game was roaring, and Mac Jones, San Francisco's quarterback, did deliver a lot of credit. So he saved the season, as I've said. I think that, you know, when you look at Mac and the way that he plays, he's so comfortable executing what the 49ers put out in front of him if he's just got a baseline amount of time. And they only allowed 6 pressures yesterday. And it just goes back to everything is connected. And when the run game is working, it takes the steam out of the opposing pass rush. Remember that, you know, the first couple plays, couple series for the 49ers were a little rough in terms of both guards got beaten bad by a defense that blitzed more aggressively than any other defense in the league. The week prior against Tampa Bay, the 49ers had been derailed by a blitz-happy defense. Why? Because they couldn't run the ball well, and Mac wasn't moving as well, so he was a sitting duck coming in against that pressure. Once they established this running game against a weaker run defense, the Falcons didn't have the pass rushing juice that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the week before. And the guards all of a sudden looked a whole lot better for the 49ers, whether it was Connor Colby on the left side or Dominic Pooney on the right. Colby only gave up 2 pressures. Dominic Pooney only gave up 1. And 6 pressures on the whole game, the 49ers will take that. Mac, I mean, the average depth of target was much lower in this game too. I think it was 5.6 yards versus something like 8 or 9 against Tampa Bay when he was dropping back further, pushing the ball further downfield. So they were able to execute more of the Rams game plan in this one, where it was get the ball out quick, make sure that run game is getting the yardage that it needs to in those first and second down situations, and then set it up at third and manageable. And whenever it's third and unmanageable, find a way to make a play. And that's what the 49ers were able to do on that 3rd and 13. Oh, we will see now as this progresses moving forward. The 49ers, I think their quarterback room as we stand here today is in its best spot since week 1. I think Purdy is approaching that level of health where he can get back out onto the field, and Mac Jones, as we said, is feeling better than he has in weeks. The fact that they won yesterday might buy the 49ers another week to let Brock Purdy chill, especially since Mac is feeling good coming out of that game. I think it's very, very important that the 49ers get Brock back to as close to 100% as is humanly possible before they throw him back out there. Because for this team to have a legitimate shot at winning a Super Bowl, and that is not out of the question given the fact that they're 5-2 and playing balanced football. I mean, the defense scored positively in EPA yesterday, but for this team to have that legitimate puncher's chance, they've got to play elite offense. And it's more and more obvious every week that Purdy is the ticket to that, while Mac Jones is the ticket to giving them a nice, high QB2 floor. And if you could win with that QB2 floor on a week-by-week basis, keep on using it if Brock Purdy is not yet at 100%. So how do the 49ers play it moving forward? All I know is that you need 2 of these guys, and they have enjoyed having 2 of these guys so far this year. The QB2 situation is so much better than it was in 2024. Now they really get to reap the luxurious rewards of it, because it's not about yo-yoing 2 guys who are hurt. Like, that's why Purdy had to play against Jacksonville, because Mac was more hurt than him and Brock wasn't 100% yet. The 49ers can truly get this to Brock near 100%, figure it out over the course of the next couple weeks, and hopefully they have everything settled by the time that the Rams come in. What is that, November 10th, November 7th? Early November, week 10, the Rams are coming in. Maybe even Brandon Ayuk is around practice for San Francisco at that time. But for the time being, Mac Jones is $400,000 richer. His bank account looks a lot prettier this morning, and with each subsequent win that he's able to notch, where he takes at least 25% of the snaps, Mac Jones will earn an additional $100,000. So congratulations to him. Congratulations to the 49ers. They're looking very good at the very most important position. North Beach, so long. We'll talk to you guys in a little bit.